I was somewhat familiar with homeless shelters, but I generally tried to avoid them because I feel like it's just not safe and it's not comfortable. It's cold like right when you get in, but you turn on the propane heater for like an hour, and then the space is warm, and then your body heat actually keeps it pretty warm.
So these are like chronically homeless youth. The average age, I think, was 19, very young kids. And if you don't intervene and engage these kids in the services when they're young, well, then we're talking about a long-term chronic homeless adult situation where you end up dead, or just in the hospital or in jail, and we don't want that.
A lot of those shelters, some of them are dangerous just because of the kind of people who go there. This is preferable to pretty much any other option. Like, I'd never actually been to a drop-in center. I didn't even know such a thing existed before here.
The homeless youth are way more out in the streets than you think. These streets are filled with people my age. I've been homeless since the beginning of last summer. And I was probably homeless a couple months before I came to Star House. And in that time period, I was probably couch hopping and just trying to survive the streets, if that makes sense. So I was in an adult shelter for 2 days. They were really rigid about when to leave and when to come back, which, okay, it's rules. I mean, it's fine. It's a bed. They weren't very. I mean, I hate to rat this out, or anything like that, but like, there were people flipping crack and all kinds of stuff, like inside right next to me, and I had to be like making sure I was reading my own book, otherwise I was going to get threatened.
Most of the intervention for homeless populations is through shelters, and our kids won't go. We need to stop trying to force them into a system that doesn't work for them and start readjusting the system and providing services that are actually going to work for them.